Hey everybody, Sister Fantastic here, and welcome to Self-Care Saturday. Today we are going to put on a sheet mask. This is the Found brand coconut sheet mask for brightening. And my skin, I mean, it's pretty bright right now, but I've got some redness today, and I'm hoping that this will help kind of calm things down a little bit. And this is a really good mask. I've used it before and I enjoyed it, so and then also I'm going to answer some tag questions. I was tagged by Lisa at Panning, Banning, and Beyond, and I will link her channel down below where you guys can get to her. And so anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and begin, and I'll answer the questions while I put the sheet mask on and wear it. So number one, what is one of your most embarrassing moments? Well, I was in junior high, and I was walking to school. We only lived like 2 blocks from the junior high school, and I was walking to school, and it was picture day, and I had just the right outfit. I had my hair fixed the way I wanted it, and I got about a half a block from the school, and I walked up underneath this tree, you know, because the awning of the tree went over the sidewalk, and this bird pooped right there on top of my head. And there wasn't anybody there to see me or, you know, to know what happened. But, you know, there was no way I was going to walk into the school with bird poop on my head. And so I had to go home and wash my hair and, you know, get all that squared away. But because I was late coming back to school, I had to offer an explanation to my teacher while I was late coming in to homeroom. So that was embarrassing. Nothing like bird poop on your head, especially when you're that age, because you're so self-conscious. You know, if it was right now at my age, you know, if something like that was to happen, I would think, oh well, it's unfortunate, but you know, the world's not coming to an end. But at that age, the world was definitely going to come to an end. So anyway, especially on picture day. So that was hugely embarrassing. All right, number 2. If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why? Well, I think that I would like to be able to hear things. Supersonic ears, supersonic sight. So I like that about Superman. So, you know, the supersonic power would be awesome. And okay, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? Someplace where the water is clear blue and you can see through it, and you could, you know, go swimming every day, and it's warm and, you know, sunny, and so where there's no hurricanes, you know, someplace like that. I'm not sure where that's at, but anyway, that's what I dream about if I could, you know. All right, 5 things I would like to see or do before I die. I've always wanted to travel to Greece, and you know, Italy and Greece, and so I'd like to do that. Wow, probably would involve traveling, you know, go places and see things and stuff like that before, you know, places in the world. I've always wanted to go to England, to London. I've always wanted to go to Ireland and Scotland, you know, places in Europe. So I just like to go to Europe, Switzerland, you know, just travel the earth and go different places like that. If I could have 5 things, what would they be? Well, I'd like to own my own home because I rent, but I want it to be a nice home, a nice big home. And then to go along with that home, I'd like to have a housekeeper and a maintenance man and a gardener and a financial advisor or bookkeeper. Anyway, I need servants. I want people to come along with the house, so that way, you know, I could just live in it, enjoy it, and, you know, take care of things, but not have to worry about taking care of things. So maybe a cook. Did you have an imaginary friend as a child? No, I didn't have I imagined things. I imagined I was a mother and that, I had my dolls were my babies. I imagined that I was a teacher and my dolls were my students. So I did imagine things and I did have a good imagination. And I dreamed that I was, different places. I would just get off by myself and just daydream, and I would create, and I'd play my little keyboard or the piano or something, and I would imagine, I was in a concert hall or something like that. I had a good imagination. If you could have a drink with any actor or actress from the past, who would it be? Now, this one's hard because a lot of actors and actresses, to me, would be kind of difficult or nerve-wracking to be with. So first of all, I want it to be with somebody that's really down to earth, somebody that's really relatable, somebody that I could feel like, I could, have as a friend. So I'm not sure who that would be, but there are actors and actresses, from the past that I really, really like. I think Julie Andrews is awesome. And I've watched a lot of her movies growing up as a kid, and I just think that, her musical talent and her ability to sing and to portray a character in musicals, like Mary Poppins and movies like that. I think I would enjoy being with her, and I love her accent too. Okay, if you won the lottery, I think is what it meant. If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money? Well, first of all, I would get some things, things that I need or want that I've never been able to have. Probably go some places, but I would probably find some really good charities. I mean, I already have charities that I donate money to, so I'd probably, give them more. And make some investments. I'll try to make some good decisions. Who was your celebrity crush as a teenager? Now, y'all don't laugh about this, okay? But the first crush I ever had, I was in the 6th grade. I'll never forget this. And that little show with Jack Wilde, it's called HR Puffin Stuff, was on TV. And I just thought he was just so cute. I just had this little crush on him that was just, it's crazy. And then a year or so after that, the Partridge Family came out on TV, and I thought David Cassidy was a dream. So anyway, this was kind of like at the point in my life where I was coming of age, and so a lot of feelings, come along with all that. So I've had other crushes, as I got older, but anyway, those were probably my first ones. If you could have any job you wanted, what would it be? Now, out of all the jobs that I've ever had, my favorite job was I worked in an advertising agency. It was an in-house advertising agency, and I loved that job. I loved it. I just stayed on the phone. I typed up ads and, created, I wasn't the artist, but I did, a lot of the secretarial type work. And I loved the hubbub of advertising. I just thought it was fun. I love the deadlines, always tasks to do. And it was never any 2 days in a row were never the same. So I really liked the variety. So anyway, any kind of a job probably like that. Let's see. Number 11. If you could have one word written on your tombstone, what would it be? Wow. This is, I guess, intercessor. Because I'm a prayer warrior and I love to pray. And so, that's something that's kind of a hidden thing. Nobody really sees it. Because you're alone and you spend time alone and you pray throughout the night and stuff like that. And, I'd like to think that my life made a difference because of my prayers. So that. If you could go back to any era, what would it be? Now, this is kind of the romantic side of me. I've always loved the era right around the turn of the 20th century, the Victorian age, and the time where the Titanic sank, and just right in through there. I have Downton Abbey. I have the series, and it's probably one of the few things that I have left on DVD. We've gotten rid of so much, but anyway, I have that, and it's a collector's item for me. But I love the setting, and I love their lifestyle, of the fancy dresses and going to dinner, and just their this sounds really bad because we frown upon this. It's not really politically correct nowadays, but I love the upper class lifestyle. All right, I'm being honest there. I'm just telling you what's romantic to me about it. Okay, if you get to eat one type of food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Now, the way that that's worded, when I first read it, I was like, if I had only one type of food to eat for the rest of my life, what would it be? And I thought pinto beans, because you've got protein, you've got vitamins, you've got antioxidants, you've got carbs, you've got it's just a really solid food, to help fill you up. There's fiber, it's got folic acid, all kinds of good stuff in it. But the way that I'm reading it right now, this second go around, it says if you get to eat one type of food for the rest of your life, what would it be? And so that sounds like it's a treat. So putting it that way, I would eat lobster. I mean, I would eat lobster. I sure would. Okay, number 14. If you could pick one type of jewelry to wear for the rest of your life, what would it be? Wow. If I could pick one type of jewelry. So this could go one of two different ways in my mind. I could think of, like a jewelry item, which would be probably a ring or my earrings. Those are the things I reach for the most. Or you could think about it like, the category. Like, do you want to wear, gold or diamonds or, costume jewelry or whatever. And so for that, I would choose diamonds. If you could live in one season for the rest of your life, what would it be? And this is the last one. I would live in spring, because I like warm days. I like days where you drive and you see flowers blooming, trees blooming. I like the cool evenings, where you sleep good at night. And it's here in Tennessee, the spring is awesome because we really don't have to run the air conditioner. You don't have to run the heater. I mean, it's like perfect weather, and it's, everything's blooming, and it's beautiful in the spring here. Okay, so that is it on these 15 questions. So to tag some people, let's see, who can I tag that hasn't done this? I don't even know. Let me see here. I don't know. It's hard for me to think about that, y'all, because I don't know who's done it and who's not. I haven't really kept a list. But anyway, if you haven't done these questions and you want to do them, I'll copy and paste from Lisa's page, and I'll put it in the description box down below, and you can have the questions in front of you on your computer while you film on your phone, or however you want to do it. And so anyway, that is it on all the questions. So let's see, how long have I had this mask on, y'all? Let me see here. probably close to 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and take it off. Sorry, y'all. I've got notifications coming in. I should have put the do not disturb on my settings. Look how flushed my cheeks are. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off. Ugh. Woo, my cheeks are flushed. That's what happens, y'all, when I get in the shower and stuff. I'm just gonna rub the rest of this on my arms and my hands. Anyway, so Self-Care Saturday, just do a little mask and dream a little bit and reflect a little bit. That's kind of fun. So anyway, I just want to thank Lisa. Thank you, Lisa, for tagging me on this. I don't get tagged very much or very often or by very many people, so it's a nice treat to be tagged. And of course, some of those questions, like the extreme edition of Would You Rather, thank you for not tagging me, those of you that might have thought about me, because that is what I did not want to do. But these type of questions like this, you know, the ones that are practical or reasonable or whatever you want to call it, I enjoy those sometimes, on occasion, not all the time. But anyway, all right, y'all have to let me know what struck your fancy about my answers down in the comments, and I hope you all are having a really good weekend, and I love you all. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to watch my video, and God bless you today is my prayer. I'll see you next time. Bye.